Thank you, Mr President. I seek leave to make a brief explanation before addressing a question to the Attorney-General on the subject of trafficking. Trafficking. I know it's not actually a state issue.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
Thank you, Mr President. A question was asked in the previous sitting week in this place of you. It pointed to an Advertiser report of the 29th of July this year of a blitz on brothels across Australia, which uncovered women who had been trafficked and, I assume, potentially sexual servitude. I note that the questioner then asked you whether, under the Summary Offences Act of our state, the maximum penalty for keeping or managing a brothel for a first offence being $1,250 or 3 months imprisonment, or for a subsequent offence being $2,500 or 6 months imprisonment, was strong enough to address trafficking. I note that under the Criminal Code Amendment, Trafficking in Persons Offences Act of 2005, which is now contained with the Criminal Code Act of 1995, in fact, under sections 270 and 271, trafficking brings with it terms of imprisonment of 12 years, 20 years or 25 years. So my questions to the Attorney-General are, do you understand the difference in law between prostitution and trafficking? And is the Summary Offences Act ever applied in cases of trafficking, or is it indeed the Criminal Code Amendment Trafficking in Persons Act or the Criminal Code of the Commonwealth?
Call the Attorney-General.
I thank the honourable member for her question, and the honourable member makes a very, very good point. The Summary Offences Act is not meant to regulate nor deter trafficking of people over international borders. That, of course, is done through the Commonwealth Criminal Code. I think the honourable member is right. When that question was put in this chamber, I think it confused two very, very different things. That is, the Summary Offences Act, which has on its statute books, and my personal views, I don't think it should have it on the statute books, an offence in terms of sex work. And people would know it's my personal view that we should reform and decriminalise sex work in South Australia. I think the questioner, when that question was asked, was confusing what is a summary offence, albeit one that I think doesn't belong on our statute books, with something very, very different, and that is the offence of trafficking humans. And that can apply to any industry. There are many instances of successful prosecutions of people being trafficked across international borders for a whole range of reasons and to work in a whole range of industries. So in answer to the question, yes, I do understand the difference, and I think, unfortunately, there was some confusion when that was asked last time.